Hey everybody, this is me and Roman, and we're doing a five-ish part series where he's trying to get better ideas for his 5Q road. And so this is the second game he sent me, so our second event here. Something he said that I think is really important. He said he was proud of the game. And I guess what's interesting to me is, like, let's say in 5 years he's now a 9 done. He's still going to be making all these mistakes and, oh, I could have done this better. So, well, then what makes us proud of a game if it's not perfection? It's just good, solid thinking, making conclusions, putting down a move you trust in. Doesn't mean it's the right move. It just means it's a good, solid move. Okay, let's have a look. I believe you are Lion Rouge?
Yes.
Rouge? Lion Rouge?
Yeah, it's a French word. It's a red lion in French, and it's a name for a certain intermediary stage to the philosophical stone. So it's an alchemical term. But yeah, it's just
there you go.
Random word for me.
Okay, where are the black stones? All regular. Yep. Right away, we notice he's a little far.
Mm-hmm.
So on the one hand, he might end up getting 2 more points than if he had played regular Joseki, one shorter. Although we have many ways of disturbing this. We might just disturb it this way, so he's getting less. Later on, there might even be a cut. There might be a lot of things could happen. But so it's a weak position we'll be keeping track of. We settle. I like this on the 4th line.
Yeah, that we discussed it last time.
Yeah.
Low versus high.
Okay. Now I would pretty sure I know what you did next. But let's look at reasonable next moves. So is black weak? No. Is white weak? No. That white stone does have 3 options for health.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted, you could just play away, play a nice big move. Now, this doesn't follow a basic pattern, but is this somehow lacking? Actually, no. Your move, right. That's where you're supposed to play because you're making white weak. And as he's weak, he's going to be getting problems.
Mm-hmm.
But there are other ways to play. It doesn't have to be here. This is best, and I'm glad you did it. Okay. Comes here. He does not defend himself.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Awfully curious what you did. Let's see the flow here. Okay. So this is a confusing little pattern. You come in, you attack white. White says, I don't care if you attack me.
Yeah, he ignored this one in a way.
So let's look at our defense. Is our A group weak? I'm saying no, right?
I ascended because of the presence of a weaker white stone.
So your move, big in area 1, that's a good purpose. Totally helps the A group and totally hurts the big group. So a very good 3-purpose move. If we find another move, there's only a small chance it could be better because that's a pretty good 3-purpose move.
I was thinking about something like J5.
Yeah.
But, you know.
So the B stone
could go under. Yeah.
So let's look at a couple ideas. One, where does white want? Where's the B stone want to go? Either to the side or the center. Let's try both. Stop you from coming to the side, then we stop you from coming to the center. Those white stones are they're difficult. They're going to be spending time getting health. I think this is reasonable. But it's awkward for both.
Yeah.
Right? There's a big
such disconnected shapes. Yeah. I usually don't do this.
But he's the weak one, not you, so it should turn out fine. Let's try the other one. Here, he comes in here. We'll just look at this pattern, then he starts to get out.
Yeah. Can we say that white is virtually alive already?
No.
Close.
Not alive at all.
Oh, I see.
One eye. And this may be actually, this is a great next black move. So once again, white is, let's say, struggling. So both these paths seem fine, but they also both seem very aggressive.
Yeah.
While we can simply get real strong, and now he has two very weak stones. So it seems to me this is the calmer, more patient, more wise course. Let's say you're up at the 1 dawn level now. You're like, hey, I'm feeling good. I'm going to go after this stone. Great. It's not a bad path. But your path is, so nice and calm and easy. Let's look at one other. This also stops white from coming in the corner. It also defends black. And it does it in Sente. I'd say this is another perfectly fine path. So a lot of paths here. And they all look great for black. So I would say it doesn't matter which one. We don't need to search for perfection. I think your move's great.
I'm glad to hear that.
But I am not going to be playing here. I couldn't do it. Maybe it's
slow, too passive.
Let's look at getting out and seeing if we get punished. White plays what?
Double attack.
Let's try this one.
Yeah.
This isn't working well for me.
But what if white cuts in a different way? Again, now that it makes much sense.
Okay, so white here is the maximum white can do. If white backs off...
Yeah, I was talking about Atari. From above, not from below.
I don't see an Atari.
So, yeah, when white goes to M2 and black does the double Hana, white can maybe do M4.
I see.
But I don't know if it makes sense in this case.
And if he tries to run, then it's a horribly weak group, 2 weak groups now. Yeah. So the thing that struck me here is I'm defending myself. Go ahead and get out however you want. No, I'm not weak. I don't want to defend myself. I want to attack. He's the one in problem, so I think of coming out.
Yeah.
And when I did this in my head just now, I'm like, oh, this could turn out bad for black. I don't see a way. But then I go, oh, I guess it's pretty obvious. So in a fast game, I play here without any thought, no reading. It's getting out to where the game's going to be played rather than I'm going to stay in here and try to survive somehow. Yeah, I can survive. And white's getting all this stuff. So that's kind of a key attitude difference. All make sense?
Yeah. So it's kind of don't let yourself be surrounded first. And then something else.
Yeah. Yeah. Does this surround black? Only in the vague general sense. Yeah. And also we're virtually alive. So it's almost like that doesn't apply. It's more like this keeps pressure on white and this one doesn't. So to me, that's the difference.
Okay, yes.
I mean, I want to play here. It's just so thin, I'm not going to do it. So to me, it's about keeping the pressure up and getting out to the rest of the board. Okay. He ignores. So you have no choice but to somehow come after these white stones.
Yeah.
You got to. And there's that attitude, right? So you're 6Q here, and you're trying to get up to 3 real quick, and I'm like, then when he ignores his weak groups, go after them. Don't go playing.
For some reason, I felt unsafe for this black group.
Interesting.
It's just, yeah.
Okay.
Weird.
So when I look at the B group, I'm having the first impression similar to yours. I'm seeing its weakness. That's the way my head works. Oh, look at all my weaknesses. But if you compare A and B, oh, there's absolutely no comparison. A is this pitiful little lizard in the desk going, oh, please don't step on me. And B is a nice, strong, So there's no comparison. But yeah, B has weaknesses, but A is significantly weaker, so we can be aggressive. And that makes sense, right? Yeah. Okay. I assume this is about getting some strength.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. So let's look at this. We play away to wherever. And white says, ooh, I'm really going to get you for that. Where? Let's go this way. White's being really aggressive. And then white defends. I don't see that we're even in danger here. So the idea of spending all this time to get more alive is a real waste, yeah. Still, you have a very strong group, and now you can do whatever you want. But I think that was the truth a minute ago, too. Okay. Is our A stone weak? No way, shape, or form. No. He's never responded to his B group, so it's time to attack. Or to say, that whole B thing, just too small. Okay, if it's too small, go do something else. But if it's not, then attack.
Yeah. But I just didn't want to lose the corner. It's big.
Okay, now we're going to talk about that. You just said I didn't want to lose the corner? Okay.
Well, of course, we're expected to share it in half in an ideal case, right?
Whose corner is that?
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
not
nobody just see it.
It is not black's corner. Okay. So you're not about to lose a corner because it's not yours. Next, one could say, well, I don't want to lose my A stone. You won't. And let's just touch on that. Let's assume you do nothing. And this is what everyone's afraid of, right? So just touch either side you want, and you're out. That's it. So let's look at this one. Oh, what if he cuts me? Zero problem. Absolutely no problem at all. And if he starts to get out instead, this is very powerful. You're just out. So there's really no problem at all. And he should be playing here. And now you're alive in the corner if he cuts you or not. So you need to separate the two ideas. The territory in the A corner, which isn't yours, and the stone itself. And neither one is in danger. So you need to get used to the idea of you can just walk away if you want. You might not want to.
Oh, okay.
But
I need to study this just taking more because I was always afraid of this cutting point.
yeah. Before AI, we were concerned. We thought we might be a little bit bad. So pros were wary of it. But AI has shown us it's just zero problem. Okay. I think if we're going to ask, well, there's two ideas. Let's attack B. Not this way, because it's just too easy to get out. Very easy for white to just walk out. So that doesn't work. Let's try this one. Still very easy to just walk out. So in this case, I would play this way because white can't get out that way, right? There's no way out. So because of that, if I was going to cap, I would cap this way. Very hard to get out in either direction.
I see. Because there is a strong group of black on the right.
Exactly. So
and
we're
on the
using
left, there
that
is
wonderful thickness. Yeah. So if I'm going to attack B, I do it that way. If I'm not, and there's no other weaknesses, then we're going to compare area 1, 2, and 3. We'll make it 4 big areas. Area 4 is the small one because white has a low subtle group there. Area 3, we always love corners. Man, I love the 3-3. Cash and life right now. That just makes me happy every time I play it. Or area 2, then come in this way. But the right is not one of the big areas. White is so solid there. White doesn't need a stone. You don't need a stone. No one needs a stone on the right. Does that thinking make sense?
As you said, yes, it does, but never crossed my mind,
Yeah.
So I need to start thinking about those, areas, like you mark them on the board with numbers.
We really are talking about some well-known 5Q wrong thinking. So let's go through it one more time. We have the first idea, the 5Q is going to say as black, oh, my corner, upper right. I can't tell you how many times I've said that. How many times my students, even those that know better, oh, my A corner. It's not your corner. That's difficult for some reason. Okay, so it's not our corner. Next, oh, my A stone, not in danger. Okay, I'm feeling uncomfortable not going after the corner or not saving my stone. Well, then what else? Is area 1 biggest? Well, no, 2 or 3. Go play them. You mean I can walk away? Yeah. Yeah, just walk away. That's something about that attitude. It's really hard to grasp. And this is still a 90% move. It's not like, oh, what a horrible move. No, it's good down level move.
Yeah, it's kind of the same idea as they describe in the opening, in the very beginning, like how to approach and what corner to approach.
Right.
Talking about, the wider sides and things like that.
Yes. Okay. I haven't seen your move. If A sente, we love it. So let's play this, which you did, and he ignores. Are we happy he ignored? Yeah, we can double honey here. He's being torn apart. Yeah. Therefore, we want to play it. Yeah. He comes out. Done. I am so curious where you played next. Walk me through. How do we find the next move?
Yeah, I mean, if we speak about black, all of the groups are well and alive and all that.
Yeah.
If we speak about white, obviously these 2 stones on J and K, they're in danger, and we need to attack them basically. The only thing is, as you mentioned before, if I cap them with k6 or something like that, it's easy to escape to the left. And I saw it, but I didn't see what you showed with the j6 move.
Right. It's hard to see that move. Yeah.
So yeah, I thought I will just attack these two space jumps, get something on the left, and then I will drive him to this direction.
Okay. So we just did something important. I said, how do we go about finding the move? I said something like that. And you said, well, since we're going to be attacking A, I have a strategy to do that. Okay. So we're going to look at the process. On this board, we won't be defending. And then but we might be attacking. So attacking A, option 1. Anything else going on? Maybe there's another black group we haven't looked at. Maybe there's another white group we haven't looked at. So we look around and we say, oh, gosh, area 1 is getting massively large. So we have to get a feeling. What's bigger, surrounding A or white surrounding area 1? I got to tell you, I'm concerned about area 1. That really looks big.
Because with a move like 15 or something, he can grow a lot, by 20, maybe 30.7.
So your job is to not jump quickly to conclusions, but enjoy the journey. Am I okay? Yeah. I'll see. Well, I could attack A. Anything else? Well, area 1. So you all of a sudden you haven't decided on a move, you haven't decided on a strategy. You're just looking at which of those do you prefer. Let's assume for a moment, well, area 1 clearly is a thing. So why don't I do that? It's a casual decision. You don't have to worry about if you're right or wrong. Maybe attacking A is better. It doesn't matter. We know area 1 is huge, so let's just deal with it. That's an easy decision. Step 2, how? Well, like my first teacher said, if the move has a name, it's probably a good move. Shoulder hit. It's like normal move, very well known because it simply can't get surrounded. Can't surround me, so I'm safe. Right, and there's Black's Moyle all gone. So I would say this way. Sometimes we do it this way if we feel the shoulder hit's a little too deep, because again, it can't get surrounded. And on rare occasions, we go even further, saying, I do not want to be too deep here. But generally speaking. So we're talking about process. Don't jump to a conclusion. Get the ideas in place and go step by step.
Yeah. So maybe I was too fixating those 2 stones on the lower side.
Yeah. Okay, you got your wall.
Yeah.
Do we need to defend the wall? That stone we don't care about.
Yeah.
Take the stone, I don't care. But what about, well, we got some cuts here, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And between the 3, we might not be able to defend ourselves. Did you defend? You went on the attack, pushing them in. I don't mind. That might mean you have to give away the corner. I'm just saying maybe. But the corner's small compared to killing the group, so I think we're fine. Oh, nice. Yeah, very nice. Across the top. Yep. Lots of ways to go here. You played a nice, strong move. Fix. That's a little silly. Oh, why do you play away?
I thought that maybe he's alive already. Highly likely,
I see.
Maybe not, but I just realized I don't care. And but this stuff on the top, yeah, really is big, and I should somehow use my sort of inference that I got.
Now, this is actually a fine idea. I've pressed A lot, and I may or may not be able to kill him, but you know, I don't care. Please, go ahead and live. Hey, I lived. Yeah, no problem. I did something magnificently large. Yeah, that's a great way of going about it. But let's go ahead and look at life and death. How do we, life and death a lot of times seems very confusing. There's so many things to consider. So first thing to consider is, how many eyes does he have right there? He cannot get more than one eye in that little area. So that's the first thing I would notice here is, okay, that little A spot, one eye tops. And it's easy to read.
Yeah.
If he plays, it's an eye. If he doesn't play, it's not an eye. Okay. So one eye in Gotek. What about in the other spot?
Yeah, again.
So he's dead.
Yeah.
And to do that in a game is a little difficult because the clock's running and this and that. But if you just learn to break it down into sections, then it can be helpful. But still, just playing away is nice too.
Yeah, why this move? I forgot, or maybe didn't see the shoulder hit because, yeah, I learned about it some time ago, maybe last year, maybe 2 years ago, but since that, just forgot. Sure. And this move I saw in some videos because, you know, it's kind of AI recommended because of the beep at E15. I am not sure I know how to utilize it properly, but I know that there is such a thing. And it was somewhere close to third space probably.
Okay. I'm trying to think of how to find a move here if you don't know the shoulder hit. And it's not easy to think about it.
Well, what everyone knows probably is that this two-space stuff, it doesn't leave locally. So trying to isolate it from the wall looks maybe sensible, or at least threaten to do so.
I guess here, the thing to notice is it's a kind of like, I don't know how to say it, a made-up move. I'm just going to play here and see how it goes, rather than something based on, you know, like the shoulder hit. Once again, it has a name. And then we can easily read out a second move.
Yeah. And this is kind of the most direct expression of isolation them, right?
So here, what's the next move? I don't know. Maybe that's the key. You need to know the next move.
Well, if I got to play two moves in a row,
yeah,
I would play something like J17 or maybe even F17.
And then?
And then try to attack the two stones.
Then what?
Try to attack the two stones.
Ah.
Of course, white will probably dive into the corner to save them.
You said if you had two moves in a row.
Yeah.
This is the first one. What was the second one?
Yeah, from the move we had before that, which was a little bit different. Where was it? Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
And then there. That's your two moves?
Something like that, yeah.
Those are awfully close together.
Yeah.
So I like this idea. That's why I'm following it along. Two moves in a row. Those two, that feels good. These two feel a little tight still next to that wall. I don't like that.
Yeah.
These two I feel okay about. I feel like I'm going to get out or find life.
Yeah. I just realized that this cut at D15, white probably just doesn't care about it. Or does he?
Yeah. Yeah. I keep looking at it. I can't find a way that it's going to be Sente. So I guess, so these two moves to me are the ones that keep standing out as
that looks
really
perfect.
Hurtful for white. Yeah. Okay. So you come in. White says Atari. and lives. You seem to be trying to live?
No. Well, I saw that there is a possibility of something there. So with this stone being alone, if white cuts it b3, well, probably I could leave, but that would be a lot of moves that I had to respond to. And
I'm a
this
little
one,
lost here. So the rule in general is if you have 6 or more spaces, you're
yeah,
alive. And
that
you
was
have
alive.
way more than that.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't imagine questioning life here. That's a lot of space to say I'm not sure I'm alive. So this to live? No. Now, there's a reason for me. I've thought about this move. I decided not to play it in my head.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason is if he doesn't fix, the entire left side is low on eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So he has 2 weak groups. Well, that left side is awfully hard to kill. So I don't think so. But that's what I'm thinking of, right? Is, oh, can I get Sente to split here? And I just don't see how. So anyway, this move, I don't see any meaning to.
Okay.
Now, I think out loud you said, oh, my group, I want to make sure I'm alive. I think there was more to it. Because if it's just a matter of life and someone asked you, hey, Roman, look at this board position. Is black alive? Oh, yeah. Of course you would say yes.
Yeah, if it were a life
Just
and
my
death
guess.
position.
Say again?
I'm just saying that if it were a life and death situation, I would probably say that black is alive, but again, it requires reading. I probably didn't read it properly. So it may be just a matter of, how to say it, being not confident enough.
Yeah. Let's look at it a little bit. So we're going to have black play away, and white plays here, and black plays away, and white says Atari.
Mm-hmm.
Still alive. Yeah. And I think there's a good chance we can play away again and still be alive. But now it's getting difficult, right? But we've ignored
it's
3 times.
Dangerous.
So it takes a while before it even comes in question. Okay, but anyway. Comes down. And don't respond. You didn't. Good, good, good. I would probably add a move to A.
Mm-hmm.
Just lonely there. I don't know. The position's a little funny. So this is obviously a big move. And you're threatening to start in on that white group. Come out. Come out. Yes, I like the spacing. Don't let him cut. Don't let him cut. And now what? Oh, nice. Yeah. That secures your path home.
Mm-hmm.
And removes one of his liberties. I love it. Okay. So you're saying I can live separately A and B.
Yeah, something like that.
These cuts at C bother me. I believe I would have connected. There's no way that one white stone can war against all those black stones.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you're doing, and it's reasonable. He does cut. You come out. Good. That saves the cut.
Yeah.
Chase with the knight's move. I like it. And then split. Right. But remember, we don't run with the knight's move. Running means we have a weak group. And if it's a knight's move, it's cut. Our weak group got cut. So don't run with the knight's move. But do chase with the knight's move. Because if you're chasing, he's weak, we're not, and you don't care if you're cut.
Yeah.
So go ahead, and any sort of running out is going to be just fine here. So you can be more aggressive because he's the weak one, not you.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah. I just if you see what happens next, it's a little bit more interesting.
I like
I
it.
don't know why I played this one, but yeah, the idea
Sente,
was just
and then out.
Yeah.
I don't see a problem there. This looks great.
Okay, and he's connected, more or less. But this is attackable.
A is connected to B, but A is not connected to C. Okay.
Too far away, yeah.
So go ahead.
No, I just said that it is attackable, and I tried to attack it. But the way I did it was attacking C. And if this is a good way to do that, I'm not sure.
Okay. So before we look at the move, through this attack, you formed this right side. It looks secure, and you've gained not quite 10 points. But that's a whole move, whole stone, 8 points, 10 points. So that's a real plus. You've also gained nearly 10 points in area 2. So through this attack, you've gained 20 points in Sente. That's important to acknowledge. Let's see. The other thing to see here is that white's getting stronger, closer to home. You're thin and getting a little thinner. Time to back off and say, white, I'm going to fix myself. I want you to go home. And then I'll just make some more points. And so you end up getting 20 plus points. I mean, it's pretty nice. So let's see what you did. You kept coming through. Yeah, that's what I want to do too. But I'm just noticing I'm kind of thin. Maybe it's time to back off. So I love this move. I love the contact.
Two space jumps.
And you also have the just chasing with the knight's move. That's fine too. I'd say this is more natural. Okay, comes in. Very nice. Yeah. 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 Kari, save. Yes. Very nice. So you did this super well. Now his A group is in terrible trouble, as is his B group. Very nice. This whole attack. What was it from here? Chase with the knight's move. Settle your group in Sente. Chase with the knight's move. Break through. Break through. Develop points and strength on the right. Break through. I mean, this is just gorgeous stuff. You got so much profit in Sente. Yep. Anything? Yes. Not Sente. So if I was playing this game, I honestly don't think I would look at the A group. I would go, it's got eye shape, but that B group looks terrible. I would just start going after B without thinking. And it's not like I'm trying to kill. I'll just, here, let me have some bottom points. You sure you want? Yeah, I want some bottom points. Okay, take them. Great. I'll just get, and I would just start pressing, and I get 5 points here, 5 points there, and he's hopefully going to get 2. So I would just start pressing. That's what you did. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like what you showed right now with the undercut.
Right. You're letting him go along the side. And that's the first thing I stopped was the side. Yeah. But you're doing the thing.
Yeah, that sounds a little bit questionable.
And there's that move. Yeah.
Yeah, he disconnected me.
Cut in Sente and kill it.
I couldn't believe that he didn't protect the white stones just by playing at N18, because otherwise, yeah. And now black is in trouble with those two stones.
Might be true. I think you're going to be fine, but it might be true. We'll just look at it. If here, he's got to save. Something's about to die. He's got to actually back off. I mean, he's in such trouble. Maybe we do this first. Atari. Atari.
I see now.
Yeah, it's white's in a horrible position. You can start killing things on the right, on the left. Yeah, it's assault. So no, he did all he could. You got that. You come in, very nice. I think that's asking for a bit much because I mean, he can come in and mess with you, right?
Yeah.
So just, just don't be too greedy. Let him have it. So you got both. Wow. You are so destroying him in this game. Yeah. So the game's way over. Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. Good. You played great. So let's go over the things that were lacking here. You got afraid of being weak when you weren't at all weak. So this is something I fall prey to a lot. If I'm playing against a 6, 7, 8 Don and I have a group I'm unsure about, I start getting so afraid and I just end up wasting moves which cannot be done at that level. So don't submit to fear. That's a big one. We saw, like here, you're attacking starting in the middle rather than the edge. So corner, side, center. We know that pattern.
Yeah. So it applies even here. Wow.
Yeah. So you very much dominated. This might be one of the big ones. The attitude difference from this move to this move. That's a big attitude difference. Very hard to put into words. But this feeling will keep you in queues for years. I mean, you'll never break out because you're playing this kind of attitude. It's a little fearful, it's a little submissive, and it just keeps you down. You gotta get going out. And it might look like this.
And white is still running.
He's fine, and you go to the next spot, wherever that is. Yeah, but you got to get out. Yeah. Okay, well, not that much. I mean, we looked at a few principles, but you played great, totally dominated. Well, he was 7Q. We wouldn't expect a lot from him, but still, complete domination.
Yeah, it's, when I kind of apply the principles, at least most of the time, usually it's a win.
Yeah. Yeah, this idea of, I've gone through this a number of times. I assume you've heard it too. But to me, it's a really fundamental idea. So here we are, the red lion, 6Q, playing this move. So what is this? This is a 6Q move. Why did it get played? Because he's a 6Q putting stones down. This pattern, this way of thinking, let's not go there. What are you talking about? 5Qs put down 5Q moves. How can you get around this? By not using your thinking, use principles, which are not our own thinking, but moves that we don't feel comfortable with. I don't feel comfortable with this. Play it anyway and get comfortable with it. Right? But I don't know what's going to happen. Don't worry about it. Play the principle and don't be afraid. That's going to produce. So a 10Q, going to be playing 5Q level because he's playing principles. He's scared to death. He doesn't know how to handle it, but he's playing good moves and he's learning how to use them. Okay, Roman, appreciate you bringing the game and having us look at it.
Thank you.
And looking forward to next time because you really cleaned things up here. We'll see.
This is one of the good games, yes.
Yeah, good. Okay, everybody. Hope it was helpful to someone out there. And we hope to see you next time. And goodbye for now.